Tell us what's your name and what you came in with.
Thomas Weaver. I came in, I just had been in an auto accident with whiplash. I had a lot of symptoms. Numbness in the back of my head. I couldn't feel my face. My tongue was numb, so it affected taste and everything like that. Movement was pretty painful. I was really dizzy, so that kind of affected my equilibrium. And after, chiropractic care, all better.
Heck yeah. So one of the interesting things was on your face, one side of his face, he had a weird sensory things we go through. We do an intensive neurological exam where we actually look at his pain perception of soft touch, hard pressure, and pinprick pain and vibration. And those are all different lanes on the freeway. Those are different nerves. And each of those are compromised, and we're able to get those improved. And describing like he had a bruise in the back of his head. Probably the coolest tool we can use for that is we have a whole variety of different laser units that have quite a good track record. In fact, a lot of them are FDA approved for a number of things. But these different lasers that we have that have been studied at Harvard and at different medical university neurology centers for decreasing pain and inflammation, we're able to help that back of his head. That was a really unique thing that we could do that goes beyond just the chiropractic stuff. We actually help, and that's going to be a big part of his healing process. And the top of his neck, that second bone, you could feel it, all right? What did it feel like?
It was completely just offset, and then it just really just affected everything on my whole left side.
Example here, the spinuses. This is the back of the neck. This represents the skull, kind of like at the bottom of the skull here. So this is the back of it, and then the body is in the front, see? So up this. The back of this bone is right there. You can see the bottom neck right here. These are all more or less even. But what happens, it starts kinking and going off this way. This little mark right here, compared to the front of it. So this is the back of it that we just looked at, compared to the front of it. It's clearly rotated like this. It's rotated and everything else eventually goes back to the center. So this twisting puts a lot of torsion inside the spinal canal, and it interrupts cerebral spinal fluid flow. And that mechanically, like physically, causes pressure to be able to build up inside the skull, and it can't exit properly.
Side.
Yeah, if we had gone just off just doing general adjustments, we wouldn't be able to get him better. But that top of the neck, because we are an upper cervical specific office, less than 2% of offices focus up there. We definitely catch those when other people don't. And going after all these interesting things, numbness in his head and his tongue and his shoulder and his face, and all these things, people can get better. And sometimes people get stuck on drugs, or we can go after actually fixing the problem.